Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to our channel, where we're all about boosting your leadership IQ and helping you become the best version of yourself. Today, we've got a special treat for you, a chapter-by-chapter executive summary of The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck by Mark Manson. Get ready to supercharge your leadership skills. Chapter 1. Don't Try. In the first chapter, Don't Try, Mark Manson introduces us to the concept that we shouldn't try to be positive all the time. He argues that the key to a good life is not about giving a fuck about more things, but about only giving a fuck about what truly matters. Manson tells us that our culture's obsession with constant positivity and the pursuit of happiness can actually lead to more suffering. He emphasizes that our desire for more positive experiences is itself a negative experience, and it's okay to embrace the struggles and difficulties in life. By accepting the limitations and inevitabilities of life, we can find true contentment and fulfillment. Chapter 2. Happiness is a problem. In Happiness is a Problem, Manson explores how our relentless pursuit of happiness can paradoxically make us miserable. He argues that happiness is not something that can be achieved by simply avoiding problems. Instead, he suggests that happiness is found in solving problems and overcoming challenges. Manson uses the concept of a feedback loop from hell to illustrate that constantly seeking pleasure, without embracing pain, can lead to a cycle of unhappiness. He encourages readers to redefine their values and embrace the struggles that come with them. The chapter reminds us that it's okay to be unhappy at times because it's a natural part of life. Chapter 3. You Are Not Special. In You Are Not Special, Manson challenges the idea that everyone is unique and special. He argues that we're not entitled to anything in life, and that our culture's obsession with individualism can be damaging. Manson uses the concept of entitlement as a central theme in this chapter, emphasizing that believing we're special can lead to disappointment and frustration. He encourages readers to let go of their need for constant validation and recognition. The chapter reminds us that the vast majority of our lives will be unextraordinary, and that's perfectly okay. Chapter 4. The Value of Suffering. The Value of Suffering explores the importance of embracing pain and suffering in life. Manson argues that avoiding suffering is itself a form of suffering. He uses the example of a person who goes to the gym to endure physical pain in order to build a healthier body. Similarly, he suggests that emotional and psychological pain can lead to personal growth and resilience. Manson encourages readers to reevaluate their relationship with suffering and to understand that it can be a valuable teacher. This chapter teaches us that growth often comes from confronting our challenges head-on and not shying away from difficult experiences. Chapter 5. You Are Always Choosing. In You Are Always Choosing, Manson emphasizes the power of choice in our lives. He argues that even when we feel like we have no control over a situation, we still have the power to choose how we react to it. Manson uses the example of Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor, to illustrate the concept of choosing our attitudes even in the face of extreme suffering. He suggests that our actions may be impeded, but there can be no impeding our intentions or dispositions. This chapter teaches us that by recognizing our ability to choose our responses, we can have a profound impact on our lives and the lives of those around us. Chapter 6. You're Wrong About Everything, But So Am I. In You're Wrong About Everything, But So Am I, this explores the idea that we're often wrong, and that's okay. Manson challenges the notion that we have all the answers, and that being right is the ultimate goal. He uses personal stories and examples from his own life to illustrate how he has been wrong about many things. Manson's quote, "The person you marry is the person you fight with," highlights the idea that relationships require acceptance of imperfections and the understanding that nobody has it all figured out. This chapter encourages us to embrace our fallibility and learn from our mistakes, acknowledging that nobody has a monopoly on truth. Chapter 7. Failure is the Way Forward. In Failure is the Way Forward, Manson delves into the importance of embracing failure as an essential part of success. He argues that our society often avoids talking about failure, but it's a necessary stepping stone to growth. Manson encourages readers to reframe their view of failure and to see it as a path toward improvement. He emphasizes that the more open we are to failure, the more we can learn and ultimately succeed. This chapter reminds us that failure is not the end but a vital part of the journey towards achieving our goals. Chapter 8. The importance of saying no. The importance of saying no focuses on setting boundaries and learning to say no when necessary. Manson argues that our time and energy are limited resources, and we should prioritize what truly matters to us. He introduces the concept of fuck yes or no, which means that we should only commit to things that align with our values and goals. Manson encourages readers to be selective in their commitments and to avoid spreading themselves too thin. This chapter teaches us the value of setting clear boundaries and making deliberate choices in our lives. Chapter 9. And Then You Die. The final chapter, And Then You Die, offers a dose of reality. Manson reminds us that life is finite, and we all eventually face mortality. He argues that accepting the negative experiences in life is itself a positive experience. By embracing the inevitable and finding meaning in the face of death, we can live more purposefully. Manson encourages readers to let go of trivial worries and focus on what truly matters in the grand scheme of things. This chapter serves as a reminder to make the most of our time and to find fulfillment in the present moment, knowing that our time on this planet is limited. Accountability lessons. Now let's talk about 3 key accountability lessons from The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck that every leader should apply in their journey. 1. Prioritize what truly matters. 2. Embrace failure as a stepping stone to success. 3. Set clear boundaries and say no when necessary. Leadership takeaways. And here are 3 leadership takeaways for you. 1. Lead by example. Show your team how to prioritize what truly matters. 2. Foster a culture of resilience and learning from mistakes. 3. Create a work environment where setting boundaries is encouraged for a healthier work-life balance. There you have it, folks, a chapter-by-chapter summary of The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck by Mark Manson. Remember, it's not about not giving a fuck about anything. It's about giving a fuck about the right things. If you found this video valuable, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay updated with more leadership insights and accountability tips from Accountability Now. Let's go, and let's keep growing together.